I mean,
They
I
were
think that
channeling the
now,
money to Southern Miss Women's Volleyball.
yes,
Oh no.
he,
Instead
he
of it going to people that need welfare.
he got $2 million for a no-show appearance. Basically, I thought I was reading emails from the Soprano family. It was either way. It was a no-show gig, and he's a scumbag. You know what I mean?
Dude, no show gigs every man's dream. What are you
Wait,
talking
wait,
about?
wait, Vic, why are you carrying so much water for Brett Favre? What did he do recently for you or
Because
something?
He
because of the
hasn't
New
done
York
anything,
Jets.
but I just understand the situation. If I was trying to get money for women's volleyball and I'm
You
asking
would
like
agree
going
to
to
a
guys in
no-show
government.
gig
Hey Vic,
as
you want to
long
rob
as
the poor
somebody
to do
says
it?
it's
You
okay.
would just say, is it
No,
okay?
no. But if I was
I
telling a guy
think
from the
I think the
government,
fact that he was like, "Are you sure this is okay?" just proves he knew he was doing something wrong.
Yeah, for real.
and the
Yeah.
guy whose job it is to do it is like, yeah, bro, don't worry. Trust me, it's fine. Then I'd be like, all right, dude, let's roll. Like,
Okay, you're
No,
going to jail.
when you're a
Vic.
multi-millionaire and
These
you
are
have
bad
the
instincts.
resources that you do, why couldn't Brett Favre have his attorney tell him that it was okay? Like Brett Favre, it's like, why is Brett Favre talking to this guy directly anyway? Like, what is he doing? He's way too much of a public figure, way too rich to just
I
be like,
agree.
yeah, let's go with it.
He was way too invested into helping women's volleyball.
Irresponsible.
So
Irresponsible. We can at least say irresponsible.
the people of Mississippi forgive him. So that's enough for me. That's enough for me.
People of Mississippi. Hello and welcome back to the Gambling Racket, the sports gambling podcast aimed at giving you the angles and insights into successfully betting on professional tennis. My name is Ben, and I'm once again joined by my co-hosts Vic and Chris for season 2, episode 3. We're still down under, and we're halfway through, just about, the Australian Open 2025. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about, a lot of interesting developments, a lot of unexpected developments, and some updates on as to what we can expect moving forward. I know Vic, you've got a story you want to cover today. It's not the first thing I want to jump into. Chris has fire, so I think that's a little bit more pressing. Chris, what do you think? What's your reaction to what I just said, I guess?
Everyone, take a moment of silence for me and Vic's bankroll.
Yeah, no
Ooh.
shit, bro. I got fucking murdered in round 1.
Murdered.
What was was it just an accumulation, or was it? I saw that you had placed a couple bigger bets on guys. Was it that really
Bublik
did
and
you in?
Rublev. No, man. Bublik and Rublev. Like I just went to town on both of them and they both fucking crapped out in straight sets. I mean,
Yeah.
I think the big theme for me was I bet against a lot of the guys who played at next gen finals. Like I bet against Michelson multiple times. I bet against fucking Lerner Tien. You know, I bet against Fonseca. Like it cost me a lot of money. Those fucking young kids cost me a lot of money. That's what blew it for me was
Yeah.
against them.
We underestimated the next gen finals.
Yeah, if you caught our tweet, there was three players that are still teenagers, 19 years old, that beat top 10 players in this tournament so far. And that's not even including Michelson, who's a 20-year-old, and took down Tsitsipas in the first round.
Did
And
you see Lerner
Michelson's still
Tien?
going.
Lerner Tien didn't even know Medvedev was the number 5 player.
That's bizarre. No, I did
They
not see that.
told him that in the post match interview, and he looked like a deer in the headlights. He was like, "Oh,
He was
Well,
that was
you
a
also forgot
grueling.
Mensik. Mensik beat Rude.
Yeah.
So
yeah, but
they
Rude
lost to
sucks.
ADF in 5.
That guy's
But yeah,
ass."
crazy. All the young kids fucking make, it's wild too. Like I usually bet on the young guns, but I was like, oh, I bet all the numbers are steamed up. I'm gonna take the fucking vets, and they all got punked. Crazy.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a sight to
On the
behold for
opposite
sure.
end of the spectrum, Gail Monfils.
True.
You
Tore
can
through
teach an
Taylor
old dog
Fritz.
new tricks.
3-1. That was impressive. You can't take anything away from Monfils in his run. Even the tournament before,
He won.
he was in Auckland, right?
He
Yeah.
Yeah,
won.
he won.
And he won. And
And
he's
then
just
he
been
just
on a
came over
roll.
here and just kept blasting.
Yeah. Let him keep blasting. I love it.
No,
So
he's up
there's
against Ben Shelton next. No more winning. Bad.
Okay, that's what probably everyone said about him
Listen,
and
I
going
am
against
not betting.
Fritz
I'm not
too.
betting Shelton minus 165 in this spot. Absolutely not.
Same.
But I do hope that Belton or Ben Shelton wins. Belton.
Belton. The old belt.
I do hope old Belton wins.
You hope he wins, you said?
I do hope he wins, but I'm not taking him at minus
You think he's our
165.
best? You think he's America's best hope left, or are you still riding with Tommy Paul? Tommy Paul,
Tommy Paul.
6-1, 6-1,
Well,
6-1
hey,
against
let's do
That was
that.
WF
Do you
last
want?
night.
All
crazy.
right. Are we done? Do you want to do the? You want to do the? How do you want to do it? Do you want to do
Let's
futures?
let's keep with the discussions.
Okay.
Yeah, we're riffing here.
Gotcha.
We don't need to jump right into odds and our picks, but yeah, there's been a lot of the trends I've noticed is either if you're a young guy, an old guy, or top really four, then you've been having a good tournament. If you're anybody else, it's a crapshoot. So like Tommy Paul included with those top four guys have just been absolutely rolling. Just no stiff competition so far. And it's a
Yannick
little
Sinner, Tommy Paul, Novak Djokovic, Carlos Alcaraz, all steamrolling.
Yeah.
yes. Yeah. It's and Zverev especially. You got to include Zverev in
Yeah,
there.
Big Z.
He
Big
has been
Z
playing
got to face Tommy
insane.
Paul next. Let's talk about
Well,
that.
Tommy Paul 2-0 against Big Z all time. So that's why I made the Tommy Paul to win the quarter plus 900 bet. Still alive, Tommy Paul plus 900 to win the quarter, still alive. And also Tommy Paul to win outright plus 10,000, still alive. So I might end
I've
up
never liked him more than I do now.
What's that?
I've never liked him more to win than I do right now.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Well, unfortunately, I have my Zverev outright winner bet, which is obviously still alive. And if he's been on the late slate for the schedule. So if you've been staying up late to watch him, he is playing out of his mind. I mean, he's able to hit the baseline or the sidelines with just about every shot he wants. It's crazy the form he's in right now. So
Yeah,
I'm excited about my picks.
I haven't seen a single one of Zverev's game because I'm not staying up until 4 a.m. I'm not that
Yeah.
crazy about it. I haven't bet on him once, but you got him to win. What you get him to win before it started, Ben?
I got him at plus 900 outright winner. And that's in my only future on the men's side left. My future on the women's side, Sabalenka outright winner at 225 is also still alive. And she's looking good too.
I also have Holger Rune plus 1400 to win Q1 still alive. So that brings up this game. I want to ask you guys about this. This line looks fucking crazy to me. Rune plus 800 against Sinner tonight. Like, doesn't that seem long as fuck? Like,
I mean,
I don't think he's gonna get run off the court.
I do.
I think Holger Rune is going to get steamrolled.
Yeah, I don't have any faith that Rune is going to be able to keep that match close. Sinner is just on another level. He's the best returner in the game. Holger, I think he relies on that like really powerful early in the rally type of play style. And if Sinner can thwart that, then Rune is not going to keep up in long rallies. I think he's just going to get frustrated with himself, start throwing shit around, and
Dude, fucking career high number 4 in the world. You know, he's still only 21. Like this Runa might be having coming out 2025. I definitely think my other big theme for round 1 was to believe in mental health, right? And people turning things around in 2025. And fucking that bum Rublev, he was smiling, but he lost. So I guess I'm glad you're happy, motherfucker. And then Gigi Paz, still a black hole. And Runa, right? Those were my 3 bets. Only Runa is still alive. So I got to have faith that he's going to do it.
oh man, that is quite the cast of characters you assembled in your little headcanon there for 2025 being the year of hope.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're gonna get to odds specifically here in a little bit. Vic, you had a story you wanted to cover. Let's go through that.
Oh yeah, Joker. So last night, Djokovic, after he won, he walked off court when Jim Courier walked up to him to do the post-match interview. He like made one statement and then walked off, and then he said afterward that he was upset, and that was his like way to protest what some reporter from Channel 9, the Australian broadcast, had said about
Yeah,
him.
Tony Jones.
Tony
He's
Jones. Yeah, this
he's a
fucking
character.
this Australian mutt, talking about Joker. I listened to it, bro. I was like, that's not that bad. I didn't really,
One of the Serbian fans were behind him screaming.
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think it was that bad either.
He was kind of like, boo, boo, he's overrated. Like, who cares? Like, I didn't think it was that big a deal. But also, you have to take into account that Djokovic just came out and said that he was poisoned by the Australian government in 2022. So he obviously doesn't have the fondest, thoughts about those people at this time. And 100% I understand that. So I understand where he's coming from. Like, first they poisoned him. Now they're talking shit about him. And, it's like, fuck these people.
Yeah, I definitely I get the impression that he's like looking for a grudge, but also simultaneously looking to appear like he's being the bigger man. And I have no problem with the way Djokovic handled it either. Like
100,
if he's
yeah.
offended by it, he's more than entitled to be offended by what Tony Jones said. And I think it definitely the ball is in Channel 9's court to make things right and to probably issue an apology for what he said, even though I agree with you, Vic, it really wasn't that bad. But I mean, like, dude, how can you as a professional be on camera and get riled up by the people behind you going crazy, especially like at a big event like this? Imagine the guys on College Game Day reacting to some college kid's sign specifically and getting like really offended by it and start talking shit about some of the players over it. Like, what are you doing?
Really
Yeah.
pushed the into the crowd and fought some kid from Tennessee. Fought some frat boy from Tennessee.
Yeah. Uh, uh, the reactions I've seen have been pretty overwhelmingly in support of Djokovic and just from people claiming to be from Australia, also saying that Tony Jones has been a career-long joke and everyone hates him. And if he gets fired over this, it would be better for the world in general. So we'll see what actually happens. Yeah, that's it's just it's nice to see that we can have some drama that lasts more than just a few weeks. Djokovic making this a years long saga, his feud with the entire country of Australia. I'm here for it. I'll talk about it every
He says
episode
they
if we
tried to
have to.
poison him. If I
Yeah,
thought
that's
somebody tried to fucking
wild.
poison me, then I would have a years-long feud too. So I totally get it. I think it's a reasonable feud to maintain.
I
This is all future poisoners on notice, motherfuckers. I will maintain a years-long feud over any poisonings. So
I have to know what evidence he thinks he has or like what the sequence of events is like in his mind that's like I was definitely poisoned by the Australians and I
he
need to
said he
talk
came
about it
home after he got
years
kicked
later.
out and that they did testing on him and that he had a bunch of heavy metals in his blood or something like
Has Vladimir Putin been to Australia recently? That guy loves the
No,
poison.
I don't think he can travel there, unfortunately. I think he's got a warrant out for his arrests. Um, yeah, well, we'll keep you updated on that if Channel 9 does issue an apology or if Djokovic ends up caving and maybe doing a post-match interview that maybe or hey, maybe he'll talk to someone who's not from Channel 9. That would probably be
That's probably what
the
he'll
likely
talk to
next
somebody who's
step.
not from Channel 9. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think one
exactly.
of you needs to get on a plane and go interview him.
Yeah, great. You buy my ticket, I'll be there with my microphone.
You buy my ticket, I'll be there.
No, I'm not buying your ticket. So also I don't think you'd ask good questions. What do you think about that?
That's kind of
All right,
mean.
no, he's disconnected from the call. No, just kidding. Okay. Well, Chris, is there anything that really stood out to you over the past week that you wanted to talk about before we get to the actual odds?
I already talked about it.
Perfect. We're keeping it short and sweet.
Learn
Love
the
it.
TN rules.
I'm trying to think. Is there anything that we missed? So Fritz lost to Monfils, like we talked about.
Yep.
Michelson's still alive with the insane run, the insane deep run for the young American.
Do
I
you
think
think it's a shot against Demon?
Leonard Tien's still alive against Saniga. Honestly, Leonard Tien's the fucking favorite to make the quarterfinal. That's wild.
Yeah, that is wild. I think ADF, who I
Oh no,
mentioned
he's supposed to.
before, who did just get dominated by Tommy Paul last night, because he was just like clearly gassed. He does deserve a shout out though for what he was able to accomplish. He's like the first player in like 20 something years to come back down 2 sets and win 2 matches in a row in a slam. He faced like 2 match points against
Yeah,
Mensik
let's
and then
applaud him
won.
for getting behind.
No, I applaud him because I bet ADF against FAA and I won a good amount of money there, plus
What do you
235.
mean
So
just
thank you,
applaud him
sir.
for getting behind? Everyone falls behind sometimes. Sometimes game plans don't go to plan, but you adjust and you come back and you have the
So if
fortitude
he
to.
would have won the first 2 sets, lost the second 2 sets, and then won the 5th set, you wouldn't be talking about him.
That's
We'd be
not
talking
coming
about it
back from
because
down two
Chris,
sets.
there's an important update anyway.
Oh no!
There's an important ADF related update anyway, Ben, is that
Wait. Okay, he left, right? Okay.
yeah, he has shaved the top knot.
I saw. Yeah, he's wearing a
The
ball
top
cap.
knot's gone. He's wearing a hat. So, ADF might be bettable in 2025. So status alert, change because he was an auto fade for like the last 2 years.
Yeah. Yeah, agreed. So hey, hopefully he's building up some of his confidence and we can see some more good tennis from him moving forward. Let's take a quick pause here.
What the fuck is he doing?
I don't know.
There he is.
Please pause for station identification.
Did you just hang up on accident?
No, my wife was calling and she's at the
Oh.
grocery store, and I thought maybe something happened because the last time she went to the grocery store, something happened. But she was just calling to tell me that they were out of Diet Mountain Dew.
Okay, first of all, that's a tragedy. Second of all, why does she keep going back to the same grocery store if things are happening?
Wait, why are you getting Diet Mountain Dew?
I love Diet Mountain Dew.
Dude, it defeats the purpose to get Diet Mountain Dew. If you're gonna get Mountain Dew, just get fucking Mountain Dew.
I love both, but I love Diet Mountain Dew, so thank you for asking. I don't care about your opinion, boy. I'm gonna drink what I want.
That's Mountain Dew attitude right there. Respect,
Busch
Chris.
Light, Mountain Dew, and every once a month water.
Camel cigarettes, unfiltered.
Filters
Those are actually good.
The LGBTQ plus.
All right. Well, me and Vic did a quick pause so we could edit. I can edit back in here.
Sorry about that.
All right, you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right. Now that we've got Chris back, we can jump into the odds moving forward. Let's, Vic, I know you're going to take us through it. Let's cover the futures first, and then we can go back to the individual matchups. What do you think?
All right, yeah, sounds like a good idea. All right, so for the men's outright winner, Australian Open futures, Yannick Sinner plus 100, Alcaraz plus 240, Joker plus 600, Big Z 650, Demon 3,500, Shelton 5,000, Tommy Paul 5,000, Holger Rune 7,000, Monfils and Tien 10,000 a pop, Michelson 12,000, Sonigo 15,000. So yeah, a lot of big numbers still out there, which is always fun to see this late in a tournament. You know what I mean? And I still got my Tommy Paul plus 10,000 alive. It's only down to plus 5,000, which honestly I kind of feel like is surprising given how well he's played. But I'm not going to bet it again because I already got plus 10,000. You guys like any of these numbers? What do you think? What do you think about the numbers?
Getting Sinner at anything greater than even odds is crazy with the road he has left. The way I see it, he's going to beat Rune. Then he'll likely have to go through De Minaur, who he's had no problem with recently. Then,
dude, I don't get why you guys are just dismissing Rune against Sinner. Like they're 2-2 all time.
Holger has not been playing very well, and Yannick Sinner is playing very well. Like that, I mean, that's the long and short of it for me.
They're 2-2 if you go back to when Sinner retired against him in Sofia in 2022, and then Rune beat him 2-1 on clay in Monte Carlo in 2023. Rune's taken a set off him on hard court and on clay since, but yeah, I don't see any reason why we would expect Rune to beat Sinner in the form he's in now.
I think plus 800 is an absurd number for him to have against the guy used to be number 4 in the world. Like
if you're going to call it absurd, you got to put 5 units on it.
I'm already I would bet it.
That's also
I
absurd behavior.
Value.
I no, it is a good value bet.
I don't think that's how you take advantage of value, but hey, you know what? I'm not gonna disagree with Chris, actually. I'm on board with Chris. Put your money where your mouth is.
Vic.
5 units plus 800 underdog against the #1 player in the world. Do it.
Dude, should I put that out on YouTube? Should that be our YouTube pick of the weekend?
Um,
Max bet Holger Rune today plus 800.
I mean, if you would have picked the underdog Commanders, it would have worked. So why not?
Yeah, I don't think they were plus 800 money line though. They're set plus 7. What is that money line? Plus 5 probably.
Yeah.
If the winner of this match didn't have to go through Demonor, it would have been an awesome opportunity to see what Runa's quarter odds looked like. Or even championship odds at that, right? But really quarter odds. Right now, Runa's plus 900 to win the quarter, meaning that they think if he beats Sinner, he's just as likely to beat Demonor.
Yeah.
Likely Demonor. I think that's a little odd.
That
So
makes sense to me. If he can beat the #1 player in the world, if he's like in good form, then you would think that he would beat the Australian.
I would think that he would be closer in odds to Demonor to win the quarter. Because I
Well,
don't
he
think
has to
Demonor
play
is getting
center
through.
first. He has to play center first.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's fair. But it's still like Demonor, I don't see Demonor getting through Sinner.
Yeah.
I guess I'm
I
just
think
thinking about it differently.
yeah, I think Rune, I think he can at least make the fucking center match.
Listen, Yannick Sinner hasn't lost a match since he played Carlos Alcaraz in fucking September of last year.
Has he played many?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Damn, that's a lot of matches. Okay. Good for him.
And the only person that beat him was Carlos Alcaraz.
I'm aware that he's a good tennis player. I'm just saying.
Is he good?
Yeah, he's pretty good. He's pretty good.
Well,
he was 74-7 in 2024.
That's pretty fucking nuts.
Is that good?
That's nuts. And yeah, it wasn't like a I don't want to say long time coming, but it was his rise to the top was fast. Like he found this form, he found his return game. He's just super fucking long and mobile. It happened relatively quickly. So I have a hard time like evaluating this like 2-2 history between Sinner and Rune based on matches that took place even more than 2 years ago.
That's fair. That's fair. I'm just saying, I don't think there'll be the same psychological barrier that a lot of guys have when they play against Sinner, right? A lot of guys that play against Sinner are like, oh, I can't beat him. He's #1. Rune is going to play against him. I was like, I fucking
Rune's a caveman. Yeah.
I've beat this guy.
I don't think more than one-dimensionally here. Hit the ball back. What's more to this game? No, I know what you're saying, Vic. I do agree with what you're saying, and I like that angle that you're taking there. I don't think that is going to carry him to a victory over a best of 5 with Sinner, but
+7.
Guess who the last player to beat Yannick Sinner on hard court outside of the top 5 was? Ben Shelton in 2023.
Damn.
That's the last time he's lost on hard court to a player outside of the top 5.
Where was that? San Diego? Not San Diego.
That was Shanghai Masters in October 2023.
Shanghai.
So that's what I'm saying, Vic. Plus 800 seems very generous to Holger Rune.
Well, we shall see. We shall see. I'm not going to bet it because I have my plus 1400 future already on him, so it's kind of like the same thing. Maybe you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to bet it. I'm going to bet
If I win my football bets today, I'm probably going to roll most of the winnings onto the Sinner outright winner. It's at +1. What do you say it's at on DK?
Plus 100. Plus 100.
Oh, plus 100. Oh shit. Well, that's even odds. I said before anything higher than even odds. I thought you said something different than plus 100. My fault.
Well,
I still like it.
Shop it around.
It's plus 100, even odds on Bovada as well. I'd be shocked if you can find something that different. I'd probably still roll a lot of my winnings onto that. I just getting even money for Yannick Sinner. He's like I was saying before, he's got a very clear path to the finals here. He's going to have to go through Runa, which maybe is his biggest test. I De Minaur, as as much of the hometown hero that he is, he's consistently struggled against Sinner. And then he'd have to go through the Q2 winner, which right now the odds-on favorite is Vic. I'm sure you're going to lead us through this, but Ben Shelton.
Oh yeah, quarter winner. Yeah, to win quarter two, Ben Shelton's plus 150, Sonigo's plus 260, Monfils plus 350, Lerner Tien plus 350. So definitely the weakest quarter. Yeah, like I think if any of these guys were in any other quarter, they'd be the longest dog, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
It's
Ben
interesting.
Shelton, Ben Shelton plus 150 is probably the best bet.
It's interesting that we're categorizing it as the weakest quarter, and I agree with you. I don't know if Chris does, but um, after last episode, we had said this is like the most competitive quarter. Maybe we need to start thinking about it like that moving forward. We expected Fritz to dominate this quarter. I had a future on him, and he gets taken down by Gael Monfils, and now it's the weakest quarter when the favorite loses. So
I had
it's
Medvedev. I had Medvedev to win this quarter. So plus 250 or so. And yeah, I mean, he lost to fucking Lerner Tien, right? Like that's
yeah.
wild, you know.
Yeah, that dude, that match, we didn't really address it, but just a slugfest, long rallies. It was like a chess match, hitting the ball back to each other and just testing out what works, trying to poke and prod and score points where you can. It took so long. The match ended just before 3 a.m. local time.
That's why
Um,
I'm shocked he went out and fucking smoked Mutet in straight sets.
I
Mutet
know.
was sick.
Oh, he was sick. Oh, you know what? I
Mutet,
think I remember
Mutet
seeing
wanted
that.
to withdraw, and like he did not play well.
Damn, that's too bad. Well, oh well. Sorry, Mutet.
Yeah, the
See
dumbass
you at the
performance.
French.
I wish I
See you
knew
at
he
the
was sick.
French. Um, okay, I'm not gonna touch an updated future winner for Q2. I'm just not interested here. It could go anyway. Honestly, I hope Lerner Chien comes out the winner because what a fucking awesome story that would be. But if
That
you're
is the
someone
best
like
story.
Chris who's like really dying for Belton to take down Sinner again and repeat history from 2 years ago, then yeah, I'm not gonna bet against you on that, Chris.
Yannick Sinner is a winner and a cheater.
All right. Well, to win quarter one is Sinner minus 475. So the books agree with you. Demon plus 500, Runa 900, Michelson 2,800. Michelson still alive. Another young American still in the
Michelson's
mix.
gonna beat De Minaur.
Dude, he's been
Whoa.
fucking balling. Like I think he could, but I'm not gonna plus 310 shows a lot of respect, against Demon. So I think he is getting a lot of respect from the books at that number, which is crazy to say.
Agreed. Yeah, I think the hometown advantage helps Stephen Orr a lot in this tournament. But hell, Michelson looks great. He's got an awesome return game as well. I think this is going to be a battle. I really like over 37 and a half games in this one.
Dude, he went
Uh,
through Kachanov like it was nothing. Kachanov is a
yeah.
fucking top 20 guy, you know?
He fucking melted down too.
Yeah,
Kachanov was, and the camera didn't even catch it all the time. If the camera doesn't catch it when it's happening, they won't switch over. They won't switch
yeah.
the shot to show what what kind of mayhem the player is causing. They missed it a couple times with Kachanov kind of losing his cool, and it's too bad because I love watching a good meltdown.
Dude, I bet on Kachanov. Another Michelson cost me money there,
Oh no, he's
I
betting
should bet
against
I
on
the
told
Demon to
you.
Americans.
ensure that Michelson makes it to the next round. Because if I bet against Michelson, he's going to cost me money.
That's damn, what a fucking crazy angle you're playing, Vic. This is too many dimensions of your chess game. All right. Why don't you take us to the bottom of the bracket here?
All right, so bottom of the bracket, we have Joker versus Alcaraz. So there's no quarter lines, obviously, because we're in the final match.
Yeah,
So
we're a day late here.
So it's just a single match. So you've got Joker plus 160 against Alcaraz, minus 215. Bro, what a fucking match. I mean, what gonna be must-see TV. Um, I mean, Joker at a plus number, dude. You gotta take the king at a plus number. I mean, I don't like betting it. I don't like betting against Alcaraz. I don't expect to win, but I just see Joker at a plus number. I'm like, I'm gonna bet it. So what do you think?
I totally agree with that logic. However, the curveball that I throw into the equation is Alcaraz let him win the fucking Olympics, and this is his payback.
You really
And
think so?
yes, yes, I fucking think so. I think you let him win the Olympics, and I think this is the price that Carlos is charging him.
No way he let him win at the Olympics, dude.
I can't tell if you're being serious.
Uh, I'm not.
That would be a
Part of
deep
there's
cut
a
conspiracy
okay, there's
theory.
the conspiratorial part of me that's like, hey, Alcaraz grew up loving this dude, likely loving the game. This is his one chance. Like, I'm not going to be the guy that stands in front of him. And he played hard at the Olympics. Maybe he took a little bit more risks than he should have, and he was okay with that because it led to a few more Joker points. I just don't know. I'm
That's
allowing
crazy.
for that piece of conspiracy to live in my brain, but I don't think, at the very least, you can take the fucking revenge angle here. Like, hey, you took my Olympic gold. I know I'll have a chance to go back, but this is my major, bitch. Last year was your year. This is Carlitos's year.
I mean, I think Carlos is gonna win, but just minus 215, and these guys should always be like minus 125, plus 105. Like these guys are right there, like in my opinion. I think it's
I
to the
agree.
point.
I don't think anybody's smart if they bet Alcaraz at minus 250.
I think it's gonna be a fun one. I mean, I kind of want to go the over. What's the over under on this one?
40 and a half. That's a ton of games. Yeah, I am not seeing the over here.
How many sets is that? 4.5?
Yeah. That's a five setter for sure.
Yeah.
Otherwise it'd have to be like
7-6,
seven
7-6.
sixes for four. Yeah, it's just, man, it's
Oof.
tough. I think there's going to be a lot of breaking, and
I
when
think
there's a
so
lot of
too.
breaking, then you're
What
not going to
time is
see
that
as many
match at?
tie breaks. That match,
Tomorrow.
yeah, so it's not tonight, but tomorrow it'll be at 4 p.m. Pacific
Nice.
time,
7 p.m.
7 p.m.
Eastern. Let's
Yeah,
go. Right when the
and
national
on Martin
championship's
Luther
on.
King Day for you American fans out there.
I don't get
I don't know
tomorrow
if you.
off. It's so whack.
Wow, that is kind of whack. Even Amazon gets tomorrow off.
I have
We get
tomorrow off. You don't have tomorrow off?
we get
Damn,
Juneteenth instead.
damn. We get
That's
both.
fucked up. They took away Martin Luther King Day for Juneteenth. You know what I mean? Because it's like you're saying you only
Yeah.
get one black
Hey.
holiday. Is that it?
Yeah, you get one.
That's pretty fucked up. That's
You're
I
pretty.
mean,
greedy, Chris.
theoretically, we have floating holidays. So, like, if we want to celebrate something else, we can move our holiday. I just don't move my holidays.
Yeah, there's too much work to think about the calendar in a more
Yeah, and like
abstract
as
way
long
than
as
it's
you're
already
using the
written.
same number of holidays a year, like nobody cares.
Um,
So you can take off Columbus Day if you want.
If I wanted to, I could swap something else for
I
that.
would I would make it a point to take off Columbus Day. Let everyone know that I was celebrating Columbus
I hope
here's
there's
what
no
I'm
indigenous people that work here.
Day.
here's what I'm thinking.
You know
I'm
what
I'm
my day
taking
is, bro? It's Columbus Day.
I'm
We
um
took
named
this
after
shit,
him,
motherfucker.
Christopher Columbus.
listen,
Christopher
guys, I'm not
Columbus.
editing this out, so careful where you tread next. I've been thinking all this while you guys have been yapping. I feel like the safer play here is Djokovic plus 3.5 games. And if you want to buy it up to 4 so you can get that push, you get the push potential, then that's what I'm leaning towards, that or the under. No,
What
Chris.
is it?
Carlito
What?
in 4. You heard it here first.
3.5 minus 110. 3.5 games.
Ben, give me 2 units on that under.
On the under.
on the under games.
Okay. Under 40.5 at minus 120 juice.
Ugh.
So you're paying, yeah.
Ugh.
Well, I mean, they're juicing it up. People must be hitting that under a lot.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't want it.
You don't want it anymore. All right. Well, I'm glad you got a system in place at least.
All
What
right, let's go to
about
the next one in the
quarter
bottom.
four, please?
That's called discipline. One day you'll learn it.
Really? Maybe I will.
Next, the next match we got on the bottom is my other future that's still alive. Tommy Paul plus 900 to win Q4, and he is currently plus 225 against Big Z going down tomorrow. Obviously, I'm rooting for Tommy Paul. I got Tommy Paul to win plus 10,000, Tommy Paul to win the quarter plus 900, Tommy Paul all fucking day. But
Tommy, he's our man. If he can't do it, no one can.
he's 2-0 against Big Z, career record 2-0 against Big Z. But I already got him at those two better numbers. I'm not gonna bet 225 again. Like I'm
Guys,
already
you can take the field against center for minus 155.
I would take the field.
I mean, you can get it for minus 155. That's sick.
The field you can get at minus 155?
Yeah, not to win the tournament. Yannick Sinner minus 155. That's essentially betting the field.
No, well that is, yeah. I'm gonna look right now. That's a good one, Chris. That's a good find.
Go over to futures and then click on not to win. You can also take Alcaraz against the field, but the field gets minus 340.
Yeah, the Alcaraz number is just too big. Like, why would you tie up that money like that? But Sinner minus 155, that's not bad.
Very intriguing, huh?
But let's get back to this Tommy Paul. What are you guys doing? Are you Ben? You're on Big Z, I take it.
Yeah, I've got him as my future. Dude, he steamrolled Ugo Humbert last night. Humbert did take a set. He took the second set, if I remember. It looked like Big Z just took a fucking break for some reason. And then he came back and he just once again continued to dominate him. The guy is hitting incredible shots. He's long in the way that he plays. Go, if you have time, go watch the first set and just watch the kind of fucking shots Big Z was making. I just like a guy like Ugo Humbert, who's pretty mobile. He's a relatively longer guy.
He can move.
He was not even like did not have a chance to even attempt some of these returns. It was yeah. I'm likely not going to take anything Big Z related in this match. I just don't like any of these odds that I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Minus 4.5 games. This feels a little too risky, but that'd be the one thing that I lean towards. 39.5 games is the total here.
Bro, to me, Tommy Paul is like the most mobile, like defensive baseliner. Like he's gonna get to everything. Him and out, he's like right up there underneath Alcaraz, right? Like as far as being able to go get the shot. So he's a quick little motherfucker, He's a fast guy. So I don't know. I think, but I haven't watched, like I said, I haven't watched any of Big Z's games. I'm just looking at these fucking score lines. Like he hasn't lost a set until he lost that set to Umber, you said.
Yeah.
He's just been smoking people. But then you look who he played: Fernley, Martinez, and Pouillet. Like he hasn't exactly had murderer's row to go through.
Whoa, you're off the Fernley train? You guys were screaming Jacob Fernley's name last episode. What happened?
That was to beat Kyrgios.
No, you
Yeah,
kept
that was
going
the
after
Kyrgios
that.
and
That worked out for
Cajot.
me.
I think, what, Vic, you made a follow-up short about it, I think. You were still riding that Fernley train.
Yeah, against Cajot.
And you're just jumping off? Where's your fucking
Against
loyalty?
Big Z. Fuck yeah, I'm jumping off. Fuck, that
Big
train's
German
crashing.
train. Total sets over 3.5 is minus 175. Not a terrible parlay leg if you're looking for something there. The set spread Zverev minus 1.5. I was hoping to get better value here because I feel like I see like a 3-1 coming, but it's minus 145, unfortunately. So not that's maybe not a terrible parlay leg if you're feeling a little bit riskier. Um, yeah, this is a tough one, boys.
Chris, who are you gonna bet? You're the only one without a future involved here. Who do you like in this one?
Tommy Paul's 2-0 against Alexander Zverev, and he fucking takes them down tomorrow, baby. Lock it in.
Let's
Wow. You're
go.
taking
Plus
the money line, plus
225.
225. Okay.
Plus 225.
Wow. Big time Tommy Paul guy down here. Okay. Well, best of luck,
TP.
I guess. That'll be a match to watch. That's on at 10 p.m. Actually, I think it looks like the time's actually going to be flexible depending on the rest of the schedule, but likely depending on or based on historical scheduling, likely around 10 p.m. for that match on Monday night for the
Yeah.
Americans. So let's see. Any matches we haven't touched? That kind of covers a little bit of everything.
We haven't talked about the quarters, the quarter that's not decided. Soniga minus 125 against Tien plus 100.
PN plus 100, max play 5 units.
Ben, do you
Wow.
have Ben, what do you think?
It's plus 105 on the TN money line on Bovada.
Okay.
If you're interested in shopping around, like you say, Chris, again, I want TN to win. I want him to win. I want him to, excuse me, I want him to take down Sinner, but Sonego has been looking pretty good, boys. This does not give me this does not inspire confidence in me. So my issue is that Tien's been playing guys that have more of that like longer rally type style, and he's able to hang in those matches. He's able to be a little bit tactful. Sonego's been taking down blasters. He's been taking down Marjan, Fonseca. And I think that style is going to match up well against Tien. I like that the odds are close, but I'm really leaning towards Sonego for that reason.
I didn't have a good read on it. I mean, Tien's definitely taken down the tougher competition on the way here, which makes me kind of inclined to go the other way because, this is like, but also he's looked so good. So I'm not betting this one. So I think it'll be a fun watch, but I'm not betting it. And the other game we haven't touched on is Ben Shelton minus 165 against Gael Monfils plus
We
120.
already touched. We're not touching it. We're not touching it. We already said that.
All right, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez, yeah. And then do we want to talk about the women's odds real quick?
Well, I know Chris doesn't, but yeah, let's do it. Let's do it quick. There's some good matchups. There's some really good matchups here.
So you got Sabalenka plus 125, Iga plus 220, Coco plus 400, Rybakina plus 1200, Madison Keys 2500. So the big four are all still alive. I had Coco plus 500 at the start. She's only down to plus 400. Ben, what did you have Sabalenka at when it kicked off?
Plus 225.
Okay, so her number moved about she's down to half what she was. So
Yeah.
Everybody moved up plus 100.
yeah, I guess
Coco
that's
went from plus 5 to plus 4. She went from plus 225 to plus 125. Eagle went from plus 425 to plus 220.
yeah, you're right, Chris. Oh, and then the matches today, some good matches tonight. Rybakina minus 165 against Madison Keys plus 125. Obviously gonna roll with the Queen of Kazakhstan, Rybakina minus 165. And then Emma Navarro, last American lady standing besides Madison Keys and Coco Gauff. So I guess it's not really that special.
There's two
Um,
others.
yeah. And Emma Navarro is playing Dario Casadekina. Navarro is minus
Dasha.
115, Casadekina minus 105. Navarro hasn't looked great, but she's still winning. So that's always dangerous to bet
And
on.
Dash is at home. I kind of like Dasha here. But it's scary to bet against Navarro. You never know who the fuck's going to show up. She seems like she's a little bit mentally fragile, and if the crowd is in her head, that she's going to fucking break. So I'm really leaning towards a bet on Kazakina here.
Really? Against the third? What are you, an anti-American? You want to get
I
rid of
got
the
two other
third?
Americans. Come on. You just illustrated that for us. That it's not even a special position here.
Are you gonna bet again on Madison Keys against Rybakina?
It's really tempting. It's really tempting. Plus 125 on the money line. Uh, fuck. I don't know. I'm thinking about it for sure. But that
I
would
kind of want to
just
bet. I kind of want to bet Rybakina, but she had a medical timeout last match that is scaring me off it. So
oh boy,
that's
does she
I'll
have to
say
take a
anyone.
Pepto-Bismol?
No, something with her back. She had to like have somebody come out and like
Oh
massage her
jeez.
lower back, and like in the middle of the first set. It wasn't even like late in the game.
Where can Chris apply?
Yeah, because she was touching her toes in front of this guy, and he was just massaging her back. Yeah. So seems like a great gig. Um, but yeah, she had the medical timeout last match. So that when I see that, it always scares me off of betting on somebody in the next one. So I'm not
Yeah,
betting.
I hear you. Okay. I'll tweet it out if I decide to pull the trigger on Keys, but I do like her odds here, and I like Dash's odds too. But two underdogs, eh, and Iga's minus 10,000 on the money line against Evalise. No, thank you.
Well,
Guys,
good for her. Shout her out. Lucky loser to make it this far. She's
Yeah, for real.
yeah. So she was a lucky loser, and she's all the way playing fucking Iga. So good for her, man. That's pretty sick.
Yes, Chris?
yesterday at my youth basketball game, my son dropped 18 points on their heads.
That is also pretty sick.
Dude, it was sick. 18 points in that league is like 50 in the NBA.
What's his shooting percentage? What was his
Dude, he
shooting?
for real shot like 70, 80% yesterday. My wife took videos of every shot that he had. We can only find 2 missed free throws, 1 missed shot.
Damn, that's pretty good. I
He
can't even miss only two free throws.
he
Yeah.
hit, so he was 0 for 2 from free throws. So that was
I'm a,
bad.
I'm a
But
mental midget at the line.
bro, I really think I think he shot 8 for 9.
Damn,
Oh,
that's
that's
awesome.
He had 2 threes.
Well,
nine
when
for
Bovada
10.
starts offering odds on him, I'll take some props on young Card God,
Bro, it was so sick.
Card God Jr.
Thank you for letting me brag again.
All right. Well, now that we've got that out of the way, we've got all the odds out of the way. Fellas, anything to wrap up this episode before we meet with the fans again next week and talk about the actual winners of the Australian Open?
Are we still on the show?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I thought we were in bullshit mode.
No, not quite yet. Not quite yet. After this, though, yes.
He really
Uh,
doesn't care about women that much.
check
I
out
have
the
nothing
YouTube
further, Your
shorts.
Honor.
Check out the YouTube shorts and follow us on Twitter.
Yeah, you can follow the main account at Faulty Picks on Twitter. You can also follow Vic's personal account at Young Busey. Both of them are linked down in the description below. You can, while you're down there, give us a subscribe, hit the notification bell so you catch
Like,
episodes
comment,
as they
subscribe.
are published. Yeah, definitely give us a like if you really
And
like what you're
follow our
hearing here.
TikTok.
We don't
Thank
have a
you,
TikTok
Trump.
right now,
Thank you,
so
Donald Trump.
when
Thank you, Trump, for bringing back TikTok.
So once we make a TikTok, you can definitely give us a follow there. But there's a few other links you can follow us on socials down in the description below. Make sure you check out Vic's 2 books, Patches of New York, and the sequel Vendetta. So the links to those down in the description as well. And thank you for joining us for season 2, episode 3 of the Gambling Racket. We'll see you next time to discuss the winners of the Australian Open and what we can look forward to moving to indoor hard court up in France, I believe. We'll be looking at Montpellier.
You guys see how fast the birds are flapping today?
Oh, yeah, flipping
Montpellier.
pigeons. Flipping
Flip
pigeons.
those
in the
pigeons, boys. I'm
2025.
really happy you guys are having a good time with the pigeons. And hopefully they flap us into some cash. I don't know how to follow that up. All right. This has been the Gambling Racket. My name is Ben,
plus 800.
joined by Vic and Chris. Enjoy the rest of the Australian Open. Take care.
Bye-bye.